Oh hi, I didn't see you there. If you've never met me before, my name's Jake. But you can just call me Jake. And welcome to Jake's Platonic Fireside Chat, where we have a conversation by the fire every week about a certain topic and we pick the best game that exemplifies this. Now this week, we're going to be taking a look at the best licensed games. Now this means a game based on a TV show or a book, something like that. Now if you want to play along at home guys, it's so simple. All you need to do is let me know in the comment section below your favourite game based on an already existing intellectual property. It's that easy. Now come on, let's go on a journey. The Lord of the Rings: The Battle for Middle-earth is a real-time strategy developed and published by EA back in their absolute heyday, and it's based on the best story ever told, The Lord of the Rings. The game was out on PC in March 2006 and July the 5th, 2006 for the Xbox 360. You could play through a good or evil campaign, and of course you get to play the numerous instances you'd expect from a game based in Middle-earth. The online servers were shut down for Windows in 2010, but you can still play together using a VPN. That's if you can get your hands on the game, as it's not available in any of the online stores. You have to buy physical.
Yes, I think the best use of a licensed game is probably Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Actually, it's one of them.
You do, don't you? Yeah. Is this the only game that you've ever played ever?
Lord of the Rings: Battle for Middle-earth 2, I think, is the best example of a licensed game. I mean, look at Lord of the Rings. Look how many great battles are in that game, and you think, God, that'd be good in a strategy game. Luckily for us, somebody else thought that as well, and they made a game out of it. I can't even remember who it was. Was it an EA game?
Yeah, it was EA.
So I can confidently say that it was an EA game, and they made good creative use out of it as well. They didn't just retread the story of the movies, they didn't give you the same battles from the movies. Battle for Middle-earth 2 specifically took you to another part of Middle-earth. It was in the north, there was this whole other war going on, which you never saw in the movies. It was awesome.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, let's see what I've got to say. GoldenEye 007 is a first-person shooter game developed by Rare and based on the 1995 James Bond film GoldenEye, starring Pierce Brosnan. The game came out exclusively on a Nintendo 64 back in 1997. Developed in just 2.5 years, GoldenEye 007 is considered by many people as one of the best first-person shooters of all time, and was the third best-selling Nintendo 64 game ever. It was easy to get into and offered the right amount of mainstream appeal, while still offering a surprising amount of depth to it, which led to it being a huge success with gamers all over the world. The 4-player multiplayer mode, the single-player campaign, the paintball and big head modes, everything about the game seems to be remembered fondly, which is truly a rare specimen in gaming, which is getting harder and harder to come by nowadays. GoldenEye 007, of course it was going to make the list, probably the most cliche answer of the whole video. It's one of those games a little bit like Street Fighter 2 or Tekken 3, where everyone you meet that played it all thinks they're really good at it. So to make people feel like they're all the best at it isn't saying something about them, it's saying something about the game itself. Everybody, you just find somebody that's played 007 and ask them what they thought about it, because it's going to be the same as what I thought about it, what Mike thought about it, what Liam thought about it, what Gaz thought about it. Just ask anybody. And if you played 007, in it. Classic me. Liam, you're up next. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, is a side-scrolling Streets of Rage style beat-em-up based on the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels by Brian Lee O'Malley, and it was released digitally on Xbox 360 and PS3 in 2010. The game loosely follows the graphic novel story and can be played by 4 players who battle through 7 levels to destroy Ramona's 7 evil exes. It's got an amazing soundtrack, and hey, did you know the original name for Pac-Man was actually Puckman?
Yeah, and the gameplay for Scott Pilgrim, it's kind of like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, kind of like Streets of Rage, you know, that sort of game. You could do co-op in it, which was very fun. Just a fun game all round. Just makes you smile. Amazing artwork, the pixel art, some of the best I've ever seen. The music by Anna Managuchi is fantastic, and it was actually, fun fact, developed by Ubisoft Montreal, who recently developed Far Cry 5. So there's a nice little fact for you. Sadly, you can't actually play the game anymore, because it was delisted from the PSN and Xbox Live stores because the license ran out and Ubisoft didn't renew it, so it's kind of lost to time, but great game.
Thanks, Liam. I agree. Ghostbusters, you know it, you probably love some version of it. Probably not that one. Well, did you know, in 1984 they made a Ghostbusters game for the Commodore 64, developed and published by Activision. It's a game that featured customization, ghosts, and Ghostbusters. Look guys, it's really quite special, and it looks like that before 3D games even existed, we had games based on licensed property that could still be awesome. And you know what? Gaz played this in his childhood, so I'm going to let him take it from here.
Now, I'm guessing when you were 6 years old, you were playing something like Spyro the Dragon. Even 6-year-olds these days would be playing something like Sea of Thieves, you know. Good games, I won't dispute that, they're alright. What I was doing, I was saving New York from an outbreak of ghosts. That's what I was doing. Responsibility is what I had. Doesn't look great, but, you know, it's that Ghostbusters thing. I mean, I loved Ghostbusters as a kid. Absolutely loved it. Doe, Ray, Egon. I mean, I was warming up my voice doing that as a kid. That's how good Ghostbusters was. We came, we saw, we kicked arse, is what we did. You know, a game from 1984 to play as a kid, okay? You learn so much more. You learn about the world in that kind of transaction, that kind of game. You don't learn any of that shit from Sea of Thieves, do you? More progression than Sea of Thieves in 84. Think about that.
Thanks, guys. Did you know this week's topic was actually decided by one of you guys in the comments section last week? Look, there's the comment right there. Remember, if you want to get involved, why don't you let me know your favourite licensed game in the comments section below? Why don't you suggest a topic for next week and I'll try and get that covered as well. If you want to stick around, there's more content just here. There's also a link to our Patreon if you want to support the channel. But until then, your old pal Jake will be waiting for you by the fire. Stay warm, stay safe. And I'll see you next time.